Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. We're in here tonight and we're going to do some artwork. This is that picture that we got started on that night. It's kind of like a stationary pattern again. It's got the flowers and the butterflies. But I wanted to tell you all tonight when I was coming back in from the chicken pen, there was one of them hornets out there, a big hornet, folks. And I wasn't thinking, I had this red robe on out there. And they say don't wear bright colors around hornets because it does attract them. And I wasn't even thinking about that, folks. But anyway, I was getting ready to head back in the door and he got right behind me, folks. And he was over there in the chicken pen when I was watering. But yeah, that's what it was. You know, it's like you know how bulls don't like red? Well, hornets don't either, folks. But I was going to tell you all about that. But yeah, folks, if we want to keep Kamala Harris out of office, though, we all have to vote. It's what's going to keep our country safe, you know, from tyrannical government. The reason that them people have power, folks, is because they have money. And you know what they say, folks, money will talk. You know, they forget that they work for us, folks. That we have the right to vote them out of office if they're not upholding what they promised. But in my opinion, there's a lot of crooked things going on up there in that White House right now. I think there's a few people that's in there that shouldn't be in there right now. And I'm a little bit disgusted with the Republicans, folks. I'm not sure who it is or anything, but there's Republicans that endorsed Kamala Harris. So I don't really think that's right. If they're going to endorse a Democrat, folks, why don't they just be a Democrat? You know? Republicans are supposed to stand by each other, I thought. Now, we're just forming our opinion on stuff, folks. We know that there ain't a whole lot we can do about it, you know, in the way of the government. But, you know, we do have the power to vote, though, if our votes actually count. That's what worries me, because I'm not going to say a whole lot about 2020, But I really think that some crooked stuff was going on in 2020. And I'm always going to believe that. Whole lot of cheating going on during that time, folks. I don't care what anyone says. They treat Trump like he's a alien from outer space or something. They don't treat him like a human being that he should be treated like. You know, God doesn't want us to treat people that way, folks. That's abuse. And I've noticed ever since them Democrats has been up there in office, folks, they abuse the government against their political opponents because they don't agree with them. That's like a little child, folks. That's a childish way of handling things. You know, I think that parents should teach their children that there is times when you're not going to always be able to win on things. And that if you do lose, then you wish the other person well and go on, folks, and just chalk it up as an experience. But to throw a fit like them Democrats do when they lose, that's just not a good thing, folks. Because that's what the election's based on, is voting for the person that you want in there. And, you know, we have the right to choose who we want as our president. And I don't think that anybody should go against the American people, you know, on the votes. Because I think that when we vote like that, we've spoken, folks. We've said that that's who we want to be the president. And that's just how I look at it. But you guys can base your opinion on anything you want to, folks. That's just my viewpoint. Not saying that my viewpoint's always right, because I've been known to be wrong. But when I say that Kamala is an evil person, folks, I really believe that. I believe that she is going to be ruthless. She says that she's going to change, but I don't really see it, folks. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody by saying that. But when I listen to Tulsi Gabbard on YouTube and hear her telling how Kamala is and how she will not change her position, she's only saying stuff like that to get people to vote her in, folks. And then once she gets in there, I don't know, folks. It's hard to say what she might do. That's what me and my husband thinks, folks, if she gets in. There's a whole lot of people that we talk to that doesn't want her in there, folks. But when I heard Trump's rally on YouTube, folks, I saw on there where it said Trump wasn't going to have no taxes on tips, and he wasn't going to tax Social Security. That's what I heard, folks. But I was going by what the video said. But you know, when we hear things, folks, sometimes we have to try to do research and find out different things about it for ourselves. So we'll we'll know for sure. But that's just how I feel about it. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, folks. I'm like Tulsi Gabbard. I believe in free speech. I believe that people are free in this country and they have the right to voice their opinion. It doesn't mean that we're all going to agree on the same opinion all the time, but you know, everybody has the right to put their input in on it, folks. But do I think Donald Trump's going to do away with Social Security? No, I don't, folks. There might be the Democrats telling people that, but if they are telling it, folks, it's not true. Because I heard Trump's policies and I know what he's about, folks. And he's not going to do away with it. So, for those of you that are going to vote, and I hope you are, even if you don't like Trump or like some things about him, folks, it's not about who you like. It's about who's going to close the border and straighten up our country and things like that, folks. Kamala Harris may be lying and saying she's going to close the border, folks, but as soon as she gets voted in there, she ain't going to do it, folks. So if you believe her and you vote for her, then you're just, I don't know, I don't know how to put it, folks. You're running your chances of having the country straightened out. How about putting it like that? But when you are running in an election, folks, a person shouldn't be a sore loser. You know, whoever wins just wins and they shouldn't cry about it. You know, they win it fair and square. Or if they don't win it fair and square, folks, that's called cheating, right? And it's just that simple. And I'm going to say what I think, folks. I think Trump got cheated out of the election in 2020. Yep, I believe that. My husband does too. And other people that we've talked to that was watching it. However they did it in a way that they were able to cover it up, folks. And it was never able to be proven. But it happened, folks. And I'm not too sure that's not happening now. That's what bothers me. That's why me and my husband said we didn't know if we was going to vote or not, but we probably will wind up doing it. But I just wanted to get in here and do this painting with you folks. The video's going in too long, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this video down. Thank you. You have a nice night and a blessed night too. You got this, folks. You're awesome. We'll finish this up later, folks. Bye-bye.